Hey y'all, what y'all got going on this blessed Thursday? Y'all know every day that God wake y'all up is a blessed day. That's why you always hear me say blessed, whatever, no matter what day it is. Blessed, blessed, blessed. Anytime you wake up is blessed because somebody didn't wake up this morning. So anyways, listen, did y'all see the the Chrisean and Blueface interview with Jason Lee on the Revolt? Yeah, I watched that interview. Wait, it wasn't last night, it was the night before, and I'm just like, and like, this couple is like, people love them, like they are like a toxic celebrity couple, and people just love it. They love all the toxicness. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm gonna tell you, the first 30 minutes of that interview, when I tell you I was screaming, crying, laughing, I promise you. And I was in the car all by myself. I think I was on the way to go pick up my husband from somewhere. I forgot where he was at, but I was rolling. I was like, yo, they is shot out. It's crazy though. It's just like, I'm gonna tell you though, it's just, you could just tell, like, it's all type of demons involved in that, because it's like, first of all, they supposedly they're together, but then they say they're single, but then every time she catch him with somebody, she ready to throw hands, and every time he thinks she's texting somebody on the phone or something like that, like, and I don't watch this show, because I'm never gonna watch nothing crazy toxic like that, but I see little clips on TikTok when I be on TikTok, so it's just like, you know, he goes through her phone and he says this and that, and it's just like, yo, like, y'all together, y'all not. And then it's like, they got the drama with the baby mom, the drama with his parents and her parents, his family's fighting her family, and it's just crazy. And they are making so much money off of this stuff. It don't make no sense. Like, their bank is running it up. But it's just crazy. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna end well, you know? I don't think it's gonna end well. And she don't even like let him, if you watch the interview, she don't even like let him voice his opinion. It's like, girl, like, cause Jason had asked him, like, do you see yourself like getting married to her, to Chrisean? And he was like, no. He was like, married for what? You know, like, he giving his real answer. She gonna sit there and say, he getting married with me. He getting married. What you say, daddy? He getting married with me. I'm like, what? You forcing this? She gonna say, I'll give him $1 billion and he'll get married. And you like, oh, now we talking. I'm like, girl, do you hear yourself? You gonna pay him $1 billion to marry you, somebody who's community D, he's sleeping with whoever, and makes that known that he's not in just with you. So it's like, you gonna give him $1 billion? I'm not paying nobody $1 billion to be sharing they privates with the whole world. No, thank you. And he be getting beat up because she be rocking his jaw. What? Listen, but I gotta tell y'all, I ain't judging. I'm just telling y'all based on what I see. And the reason why I'm not judging is because I got story time for y'all. I have to tell y'all about the time that I was in a crazy toxic relationship. It was toxic. It was that type of stuff that's going on with them, except we wasn't getting paid. But so, you know, it's always deliverance in God. God delivered me. So listen, so I can say his name. I can name drop him because I know he's not gonna care. So anyways, it was my ex, Chris. I was with him for 5 years, and the first, I want to say like the first 8 or 9 months, like we was good. Like we was good. We was real. We was close. That's the first relationship that I felt like it was a friendship / relationship. You know what I mean? Like I felt like if it was gonna be over, I lost both. I lost, the relationship, and I lost the friendship, which I did. So, but within the 8th month, he started cheating with this girl named Ashley. She looked a mess. She was a mess on the inside, mess on the outside, whatever. You know how they always go lower. They always go lower when they cheat. Let's be for real. They always, most of the time, go lower. Okay? No shade to my fellas who subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I had been hearing like he had been like not picking up his phones and stuff, getting like not, and it was long distance because at the time he was in Trenton, New Jersey, and at the time I was in Carteret, New Jersey, so that's a little bit of a distance from each other. So we didn't see each other every day, but we saw each other most days. It's like when I would go over there, I would stay the night because it's a long drive. So anyways, but she was closer. She lived, as a matter of fact, scratch that. He lived in Hightstown at the time. He lived in Hightstown, New Jersey. Hightstown, and she lived in Trenton at the time. And I lived in Carteret. But so anyway, don't matter. She still was closer than me. She's way closer than I was. So whatever. He called himself cheating, telling her he didn't have a girlfriend, and like for the longest time, he just stayed in between me and her. Like basically my relationship with him was like she was always in the middle of it. I think I only had him to myself just the 8 months, and then after that it was him back and forth between me and her, leaving me, leaving her, leaving me, back to just him constantly cheating. But I was his girlfriend. I was the one that was there first, and that's what happened with that. But so after a while I just got tired. I got tired of the nonsense. I gotta tell y'all how I almost ended up in jail behind this man. And I'm saying this because this Chrisean and Blueface stuff, like, they need to get up out of whatever they got, because like I said, it's gonna end up, somebody's gonna end up winding up dead, jail, or just something. It's just not gonna end good. So this is why I'm sharing my experience and my testimony of what God delivered me from. So anyways, I got tired of the cheating. Got tired of it, okay? Got tired of it. So I said to myself, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's an evil spirit that creeps up on you when you're going through like constant cheating and constantly getting your heart broken and just being betrayed. And let me tell you, when I planned on going to his house, first of all, I had like I guess they call it a crowbar or whatever they want to call it. And I said to myself, when I get there, I'm going to bash his head in. Like, I'm just going to beat the heck out of him. Like, I'm over it. Like, I don't care what happens. I don't care if blood's gushing out, whatever. I was going nuts. I was going nuts. Ladies, don't ever let yourself get to this point. Get up out of these relationships that you feel you about to throw hands and get violent and just leave. You know what I mean? So I get to the house and he's not there. He's not there. Me and the girl got there at the same time. The one who was cheating with me, she must have been on her way to see him to do whatever, and I was on my way to do whatever. But so we scam likely. These people be annoying. So I guess there, we both get there at the same time. We give each other a look like, oh God, like, what are you doing here? And she gave me a look like, what are we doing? Because we don't like each other. So, but we agreed, we had an agreement that we both was tired of his nonsense, the lying and the cheating and the scheming and all of that. So we gets there, and I'm like, I came here to fight him. I'ma just tell you that. She was like, oh, I came here to do the same thing, and he was not there. We knocking on the door, so we pick the lock, we get in there, and we start tearing stuff up. I'm like, I had like the crowbar, I'm banging the fridge, I'm dumping all the food out the fridge. We got the bleach, I poured the stuff on his clothes and bleached all his clothes. I was on some Angela Bassett waiting and exhale type stuff. And he had a nice white couch at the time. Let me tell you, I went out my way. I left the house. I went out my way to go to the grocery store to go get some Prego sauce. Okay? Go get some Prego sauce. I poured Prego sauce all on that couch and said, have a nice spaghetti night. And left a note. Like, it was crazy. So, the next day, I'm home with my godmother who's passed, who's not here at the time, who's not here right now. And my mom, and you hear a loud knock. Boom, 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 boom. And I kind of knew, like, shoot, it's the police. Like, I ain't saying nothing. My mom was like, who is banging on the door like this? But I kind of knew. I, like, hid in the back room. So they was like, is Tiffany Hill here? And they were like, my mom was like, yes, why? And it was like, can you tell her to come here? We gotta take her with us. And the look in my mom's face was like, and my godmom was like, what the heck did this girl do? Like, what did you do? Because mind you, they've been telling me to leave him alone. He's no good. But of course, I kept going back to him with all the toxic and nonsense. They picked me up. I rode all the way down to the heist town. They tried to get me to give information on him because, he had a little bit of a rap sheet. But I'm like, I ain't snitching on mine. You crazy. Like, I ain't snitching, whatever. And they just looking at me like, you're gonna jump for this guy? And no. I don't do the snitching thing. So y'all taking me to jail. So they took me to jail. I got bailed out in 2 days. And then I had court. Let me tell you, this girl lied. She said she never helped me. She never trashed the house. She never did nothing. I don't know why he believed her at the time, but he believed her, and she lied and said she never did anything. But she definitely was lying, because it was both me and her. But so then we get to the court or whatever, and the judge could obviously see that, like, we was in a relationship and that we had been together for a long time. So the judge was kind of nice. He wanted to give Chris time to see, like, if he really wanted to press charges on me or whatever. So he kind of had let us go. And he said he rescheduled us for another court date, I guess, to give him time to see what he was going to do. So this fool, this is what I tell you about the toxic stuff. After this fool gonna say to me, now, mind you, my dad's out there and everything. Like, my dad went to court with me. My mom didn't go. My mom was basically like, let her learn her lesson. She want to keep dealing with this dumb guy. So my dad was out there with me. And then Chris says to me, I'll drop the charges. Like, he pulled me aside. He was like, I'll drop the charges. He was like, but you got to do one thing. Because I had been done with him. I haven't, did nothing with him in a while. So, and I was like, what do you need? Like, what's the favor? He was like, you gotta sleep with me one more time. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I said, I want you to sleep with me. Like, he wanted me to, do with him. And I'm like, bro, like, why? I'm like, do what you gotta do. Like, press the charges, be done with it. Like, I was ready to be done with that relationship. Like, just, like, do what you gotta do. I was like, that's not happening. He was like, oh, all right. He was like, so you want me to press charges? He was like, you want to get a record? He was like, you know how hard it's going to be for you to find a job out here with a record like that? Like, just crazy. Like, who says this? Who does this type of stuff? And then my dad gonna say, well, he got a point, and you've been kind of doing it anyway, so you might as well do it to save yourself. I'm like, really, Dad? He's like, oh, y'all been going back and forth with the whole thing anyway, and 9 times out of 10 y'all gonna be back together. I'm like, y'all both is crazy. But I mean, I kind of understood my dad's point, but then it kind of was like, come on, Dad, like, this is just toxic. Like, this guy is crazy. But my dad was just looking at me like, y'all both is crazy. Y'all both nuts. So anyways, I ain't want him to press no charges, so went back to the house and I made it happen, Captain. I ain't proud of it, but that's what happened. So I wanted to share that with y'all because I want y'all to just know God can deliver you from anything. And also, get out of these relationships. Don't be Bluefacing and Chrisean. Like, get out of these toxic relationships before you end up dead or you end up in jail or something like that. It's just, or you end up with HIV or something, because these people like to sleep around. Like, if it's toxic, leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Don't worry about it. God will deliver you. He'll take care of you, and he'll bring you somebody that's for you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know this is a long video, but I thought I would share, because I like to share, because I don't want people to think like, oh, she, like, she's holier than thou. And you know how people talk. Like, listen, I'm like everybody else who is not perfect, who makes mistakes, who has been delivered from some horrible stuff. And I developed a relationship with Christ, and he was able to save me and pull me out of that, and it changed the inside of me, and it showed me how to walk in love and not in violence, okay? And not in hate. So, I have changed a lot because of Christ, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And I'm not ashamed to tell my past and things that I have done and things that I've been through. I want y'all to know that God could deliver y'all, and I want you to know just how good God is. Well, anyways, guys, I love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good Thursday. Bye.